right, good morning, everyone. Twenty-first, 2025, and today is Friday, and we have 3 minutes until 8:30. And I went in short right here on this 15-minute sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So yeah, 15-minute SIBI. We have a nice market maker sell model. Right here we have our original consolidation. Then we have our first stage accumulation right here. Second stage is in here. And then we have our smart money reversal right here. We come down, market structure shift. Shift structure right there. Come up, low risk short right there. Come up again. We sweep this high. First stage distribution right here. And now I went in short on this silver bullet. First stage, and then our second stage would be right here. And we can reasonably expect the price to get below our original consolidation. That's why I'll take my first partial. And then I'll let the rest ride out for a nice 1 to 2 risk to reward down here. So let's go out a couple time frames. Go out to the weekly. Okay, so we can see here this price action right here. It's a bit consolidated on the weekly, but it gives us the necessary price action to be able to gauge an entry. So we have a weekly sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency up here, and it's in fair value. So our dealing range from high to low, we price up above 50% into optimal trade entry, into a weekly sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, market structure shift. Okay, so we had our first break right here in structure. Then we come up into premium. We sell off again. Come up one more time. Okay. And now this is our first stage distribution. This price run from this high to this low. First stage accumulation. And then we come up. I want to take your attention to these highs right here. So we have a nice sweep of this high right here. And that's also it's a bearish turtle suit. See that? And since this is a weekly key level, this old high, I like to see a 4-hour displacement to confirm that turtle suit. So drop it down to the 4-hour now. Okay. So now you're on the 4-hour chart. See here, a nice market structure shift below this low. Four-hour market structure shift. You come down, get a reading of our dealing range from high to low. Come up above 50% in premium. Start to sell off. And now from here, drop down to the 15-minute chart. Take this sped off. We have our market maker sell model panning out. So that was that 15-minute structure that I spoke about earlier in the video. That happened from reaching into a premium level on the 4-hour time frame. So this is sell side liquidity. And this is where I'll take my partial. Analysis here shortly if I get an entry. But the entry will be based off this 15-minute SIBI. I may just put in a limit. Just cut through the noise. Cut through having to wait. So time is 9:34 now. And so we're sitting here at the equities open. Or just after the equities open. So we get a little bit of back and forth. I'll go ahead and put in a limit here on this account. sell limits here now for pound dollar. And I'd much rather for price to run back up into this SIBI before taking out this low. But we may not get that. And that's fine. That doesn't. Okay, so pound yen efficiency. So we have another 15-minute SIBI right here. I'll just draw that out. So we can reasonably expect for that SIBI to act as resistance. And so I take a fib from high to low. So we could see price get up into here. And like that's all permissible. So I just want to draw your attention to that. Like I'm okay with price continuing to come up into this area. Now when it gets past here, I'd be ready to pull my position off, but that's permissible. Even though I'd like to see an immediate run lower. We have these relative equal lows down here. And so I'd like to see it go ahead and come down there. But I'll leave the fib on. Keep a nice reading as to our premium and discount levels. It was just a whole of back and forth. Um, it's consolidation basically, and then prices finally decided to give up the ghost and go to minor sell side. So there we go. So there's that run to minor sell side. And so what I'm going to do now is move my stop here. And so my target ultimately, it's probably not going to get hit today. I mean, I'm going to just be 110% honest with you. But what we can get in this case, let's see. I may want to take partials. So 31 to 82. 0.72, which is about 70%. Why is button 7 not working? Okay, so this is strange. For some reason, these buttons are not working. Silly. Okay, so we got to do 3. I'll take off 0.21. Yeah. I'll go ahead and take what I can get. So let's go to the other ones. Matter of fact, let's go to pound yen. 'Cause something looks weird with pound yen. Make sure I'm not. Okay, so this is off. It bought me in instead of parceling out my position. And we still didn't run that sell side yet, so stranger things. Oh, hopefully this loads before I can. Okay. So that was an accidental placement on my part. Let's go to 0.07. So 7 times 0.7. Close off 0.5. And this still didn't. So on. Bear with me here. I'm sorry, you guys. This is ridiculous, but we're getting a nice run. I like this. Partial close. We're gonna go with so 0.18. Well, it's supposed to be here. 0.18. Yeah. And so it's also lunch. I'd go ahead and take what I can get. With these partials, I don't want to be greedy. 0.18. So we're bound to get some measure of retracement or consolidation here at lunch. Wow. Okay. Confirm that. And I'm just making sure all of my positions are making sense because I'm trying to close things out. Pound. So it's supposed to be 1.04. And I don't believe I did that properly. So 104 times 0.7 equals. Okay, so I haven't done this one yet. So we got a 73 that I want to pull off on this one. Or I might just let it run, right? Yeah, I'm going to close it. Just 0.7. 0.73. Okay, so took that partial there, and I'm going to let the rest run. So we should get a nice run here into my target, which is this dash line. But if we don't, I do want to make sure I don't get stopped out at a loss on this other position. So just moving my stops to break even. And let's look at pound yen as well. I'll make sure. Move stops to break even. All right, so for these, let's partial out. So 0.1. I'm gonna do 0.07. Just a recap of what just happened. So for pound yen and for pound dollar, we got to run into sell side liquidity. It ran through sell side liquidity for pound dollar. For pound yen, we just got to run to it. And I took off 70% of my positions across all three of these accounts right there at sell side liquidity. And we had a nice retracement, right? So I'm going to go out to the 15-minute time frame. And let's actually go out to the hourly because there was an hourly level that I was okay with price reaching up into, but it didn't, which is great. But this hourly fair value gap is what I was talking about. So as time progressed, we had a higher order or higher time frame key level form after I entered into my position. So I entered on a 15-minute sell side of balance by right now, but it's this little difference between this candle's low and this candle's high. That range in price is a sell side of balance, buy side inefficiency. And you can see I entered in there on that red outlined triangle. Okay. And so this is a nice market maker sell model that we've got on pound yen. And so I was just entering on the second stage distribution of that leg in price delivery. So from here to there, sold off here and then covered my position down here. Now these two red triangles is where I had put in a pending. I wanted it to be a stop, so I wanted part of my position to close out. But instead, what it did is it bought down here at sell side, And so there was a really small position where it showed I bought in at, and then I closed that out across my accounts because I didn't want to buy. I just wanted to partial out my position. And so that's what I did here instead across all three accounts. And so my ultimate target for pound yen is way down here. And so I'll take you guys out to what level that matches up with. And so it doesn't really match up with anything, honestly. The only thing it was a 1 to 2 risk to reward based on where I entered in at. So I entered in here and I had my stop above this high. So 2 deviations below the range in that stop loss would put us down here. And you can see where we do have right here. Let's do it this way. So here, whoops, do it this way. So all this here, all that really. So it's external range liquidity. Okay. So this is a market maker sell model, a smaller one, but then we have external low resistance liquidity down here. And because today's Friday, we may get another retracement, and then I wouldn't even be surprised if we wanted to come all the way back up here into premium of this range, this dealing range, before selling off into this low resistance liquidity. Okay. And so I mean, I'm not like, it doesn't really matter what happens for the remainder of today. If we get down there to my take profit, great. If we come up here and we break even, I mean, for the remainder of my position, that's fine as well. Profits have already been booked for today. And so that's basically what we're looking at now for pound yen. Now I'll go over to pound dollar. And you can ignore this stuff over here. But delete that. Okay, so you can see here, well, we got a nice sell off for pound dollar, and it spent a long time accumulating or engineering more buy stops up here. And I'll drop down to the 15-minute so you can get a good view of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I entered in, let's take this off so we have some space. Let's take that off. Okay. And take that off as well. So this one, I definitely had to wait on it. I had to weather a little bit of drawdown here. But I mean, like I was saying, I was expecting for a nice sell off. And the reason why this is such a pronounced sell off is because, one, we're in a market maker sell model, right? And so we were basically pricing in some measure of premium. In this case, it moved up into equilibrium of this old dealing range that had formed prior to my entry. And so I entered in early just in case price was really heavy. So I entered in right here on this 15-minute sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. And the more appropriate level that price actually keyed off of and moved away from was that 15-minute sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency right here. And that's just below equilibrium. So it's still in discount. But we can see here, because price didn't get all the way up into premium, instead what it did is this nasty consolidation right here that you could, like, I'll make it more nasty. Like, it looks even more bad on the 3 minute time frame. But that's what you could see for the recording. What I just was, sitting weathering in, just price playing in between this range from this low to this high all morning after equities open. And then once we get into London close, price just spools lower. So it just unravels and dumps. Okay. And I went ahead and took a partial off, took off 70% of these positions as well. Just to go ahead and book profits for today. And then I have a smaller position on right now where, we can anticipate price coming down here further. Now, this level, so we got these lows down here, and it's just about, well, it's actually above. It's above consequent encroachment of this wick is where I have my stop loss. And so, yeah, I just sit this one out and wait to see what price is going to do. Or I could just close out my position here. It doesn't really matter to me. I was able to get this account back up to about 2%. So this is a $50,000 account with funding traders, and $50,100 will put it right back at 2%. But we'd have to get price to deliver down here to my profit objective, my final profit objective, in order to secure that. And so, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing here, though. As far as why I entered, so we have this 4 hour inefficiency. And I could take this fib off now. H4 SIBI right there. And that SIBI is nested within, you can see this here. You see that? There's a breaker, bearish breaker. And so it's just right there within that. And so it priced above that breaker just a bit. But that's a very strong premium array. Okay. And so when we get that kind of premium array, I'm looking to sell short or buy if it's a bullish breaker and a bullish inefficiency. So from that H4 SIBI, that's the key level that I was keying off of. And from a 4 hour key level, I dropped down to the 15-minute to confirm that level. And we had plenty of confirmation. We had several imbalances. It was a nice dump. Okay. So it was a nice market structure shift on a 15-minute basis below this low here, this low here, this low here. Nice sell off. Okay. So that indicated to me that pound was very weak. And as soon as I had an opportunity to be able to get in short on that first imbalance, I went short. And we could see which inefficiency on a 15-minute basis price used as the most resistance to sell off. And so now we just created another 15-minute sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. This is a very big one. And I want to check the hourly to see what we do here. So now we're in the lunch hour. And so I'm interested to see how far higher this candle wants to go before closing, because then we price in a hourly sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So now I'm gonna drop down to the 4 hour. I mean, move up to the 4 hour. And so 4 hour price delivery, you can see what we're in here now. This old buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. We price down through it. Let's see how we close. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this recording. It's already a very long video, and I'll update you guys as to what price does here from with the remainder of the little positions that I have on. But yeah, if you watch this much, thank you for tuning in.